There he is. He's back. The best looking man in MMA. Luke Rockhold. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Luke, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since we last spoke.
It's been a long time, huh? It's been years, I would say. I'd have to say. Has it? Something like that?
Doing a proper show like this on my program, which just came back, the most popular show in MMA, the show of record, the show of shows, to have you back at the same time with my show. I actually decided to come back when I found out that you were coming back. I was like, all right, Luke's coming back. We're coming back as well. And so let's start there. Why are you coming back, Luke?
I think a lot of reasons. Ending it on my own terms, I think is a big deal for me. I feel like I haven't done myself justice. The last couple fights, I don't think I fought to my potential. I think I fought with a lot of weight on my shoulders and didn't really perform to what my liking. I'm getting older, and I think there's if it's ever a time, it's going to be now. And I still feel like I'm the best in the game when I'm on, and I just gotta put the work in, get healthy, and get right. Obviously there was shoulder injuries, and there was a few different things I had to work through too in the process.
I remember talking to you around 2 or so years ago, and you did say, to your credit, I'm not retiring, I'm not going to use the R word, but you did kind of seem to be leaning in that direction. At what point did you start to turn in the opposite direction and start to think about, okay, I'm actually going to start thinking about coming back now?
You there?
Yeah, you cut out a little bit on us, but now you're back. Did you hear my question, or do you want me to repeat it?
I did hear your question. I think time away was necessary. It's good to get away from the bullshit. There's a lot of politics and fighting, and I'm not always on the best path with the politicians behind the scenes. The time away definitely refreshed me, fired me up, got me wanting to come back and want to do the thing. So I do miss fighting. And when you're away from it long enough, you get that itch and you get that fight in you, and you want to come kick some fucking ass. So I'm here. I'm excited. I think the opponent, it's a good stage. It's a good time.
Once you decided that you were coming back, was it always 185, or did you consider 205?
205 was always a stretch for me. I was always too big. I mean, when I walked in the cage, I was like maybe 216, something like that at most, bulking up as big as I can and fighting bigger guys. And it's just not naturally me, I'd say. I'm more of obviously everything I've done has been at 185 at my championship weight. So I feel free. I feel more natural, more mobile, more just more, it could complements my style better. So
it is a weird thing, though.
I thrive.
It is a weird thing, though, because I feel like that 205 fight has aged well over time. Like, okay, when you fought Jan, it's like, oh, he lost to Jan. Jan was in a kind of not journeyman status, but he wasn't known to be the elite. Now he's the champ, and I feel like, Izzy just lost to Jan. Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of there, right? Do you feel the same way about that fight?
Yeah, I mean, he's good. My last two guys have been very good. Yes. I mean, I've fought two of the best guys ever in the game, and so me coming back, is warranted.
So when I spoke,
he was a big, strong dude, and I feel like it's going to age even better. I feel like he's going to win this next fight, hopefully. So then we'll really age well into this fight, November 6th.
So I spoke to you, I think, in June, and this is when you were coming back, and there was some talks of opponents, and it seemed like there was talks of, or at least interest in you fighting Khamzat Chimaev. And then what happened?
It was interesting. I'm not going to lie. Like we had thrown multiple names out, and they were just shooting down names, and like whether I wasn't ranked high enough because I had taken my time away, or they just didn't. I mean, the other guys were just turning down fights. There's multiple guys that had turned down fights and didn't want to fight, and then they threw me that name of Sean Strickland. That was the only name they actually gave me, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" No one even knew who he was until he won his last fight. So now he's got a ranking. Then we got Madison Square Garden. So that's what got me going.
You and honestly,
Chimaev was like, that was out of the dark. The UFC just kind of threw that one at me. I was like, wow. I was like, that's interesting. This kid's like the next hype machine. He thinks he can beat everybody, claims he can beat everybody. I like the matchup. It got me excited to get up off the couch and do my job. And there was nothing but dead silence on his end.
Any reason why?
Now he's starting to bark. Now he's starting to bark back, and I think he's getting a little more confidence from that. It's barking back, so we'll see.
Barking back at you?
No, just being publicly speaking.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think he went silent. For a little bit, didn't he?
But you like that fight. For the record, like a lot of people aren't raising their hand to fight Khamzat Chimaev. You were down in your comeback fight.
100%. I was ready. They gave me 3 different dates. One date was very quick. I think Max was supposed to fight something.
July 17th.
It was a little too soon. I was like, I love the fight. I love the fight, but we're going to push it back. And they pushed it back to August 7th. And I was like, okay. And then they said, and I was like, all right, I'm in. And then they pushed the 28th, and I was like, 100% I'm in. Let's go. 3 different dates.
Wow. And I'm assuming you've watched him. What, do you think he's overhyped? Do you think people get too, hyped about him because?
I never said he's overhyped. I hear good things about him. I think he's tough. I think he's good wrestling. He's got good. I don't know about it. The ground game seems decent, but he's an interesting matchup. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something interesting.
Mm-hmm. So you end up with Sean Strickland. Yeah. Is it because you saw him against Hall and then you're like, all right, this guy's interesting enough. I'll take this one?
Oh, there's nothing else out there. There's no other options. I mean, he got a ranking, and it was Madison Square Garden, a venue that I haven't really graced. The one time I was supposed to fight there, I got injured with Weidman. So the stage was nice. The opponent was all right. I grew to not liking the kid quite a bit, so that just adds a little more to it. I think more interest. I want to shut this kid down, to shut his mouth and put him away for good.
What's your problem with Sean Strickland?
Back in the trailer park. I just don't like him, man. He's got a bad attitude. He's that guy in the gym and just no one likes him. The worst energy you ever felt. Like, I didn't like him at first. I was hungover. I think the first time he walked into the gym, I was hungover and I was beat up, and I just watching the guy run around the gym and bark and talk and just say the dumbest shit, and just not really like, not a good person. Just kind of like just trying to put off everybody and like just not care for anybody, in the gym. And so I got kind of frustrated just listening to him talk. I'm like, this kid's a fucking idiot. I was like, maybe I will. I'll put the gloves on. I'll go spar him. So I'll work with him one time. So that's the only encounter I really had with him.
Oh.
Other than that, him saying that he wants to kill people in the ring.
Yeah. Like, it
would be cool if I killed the guy. And then, like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Those are the people that need to die themselves. Those are the people. And you want to talk about coming in the parking lot, coming after me? I didn't say anything really about you, but you're going to come in the parking lot and get what did you say? What did he say? A misdemeanor or some shit? Motherfucker, you come at me, you touch me in the parking lot, I'll be the one in jail. I promise you that, and you'll be the one who needs to question. People will have to question if you're fucking alive.
Now, and let me ask you, this sparring session in the gym, when was this?
I don't know, like 6 months ago, something like that.
Oh, not that long ago. Is that Ruka?
Yeah.
Wow. One sparring match?
Just one.
How'd it go? Can't talk about it.
Well, he's about to find out.
I'm getting a deja vu of the Bisping thing when he called himself Strikeforce champ because of the sparring. We don't want to go down that path again.
Yeah, we can go down that path again. We got the first time we got that one right.
That's right.
The first time.
So you felt him. You have a relationship with him in terms of you've been able to be there with him in the cage. You've sparred him, so you have some knowledge of him. I'm assuming you feel like this is a nice little kind of tune-up fight. You're viewing this as a tune-up fight, right? Like, this is a nice little entry back into the UFC. Get this guy who's on some kind of roll, and then we're talking big fights, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is the kid's got a good ranking, and this is a big stage. This is a real fight. The kid's tough.
Okay.
So I'm not. There's no buildups. This is it. This is now. Of course, I'm not here for one fight. I'm here to go for it. I'm here for go for fucking Izzy. I'm here for go to the gold, and that's what I want. And that's what I'm here for. So Strickland is the fucking path. Let's take this bitch out.
How many fights left on your deal?
I think I got 4 left, something like that.
The reason I ask is, we've had some people, they want to come back, and for whatever reason, like the UFC kind of let them go, happened with Rumble, let them go. Corey Anderson asked to be out. Did you consider asking for your release before coming back?
That wasn't an option. They weren't letting me go.
Why?
No.
You asked.
Crickets, baby. No. I mean, like, it's been an interesting talk back and forth over the time of my walk off to walking back in, and it's been a lot of conversations, and it was just apparent that I was not going to be let go.
Okay. The reason I asked this is you have been vocal about some of the things you don't like about the UFC, vocal about some of the things you don't like about UFC President Dana White, and so I'm wondering if part of the reason why you were vocal was to try and get them to let you go. Like, hey, I'm an unhappy camper here. I don't really want to be here. I don't want to work with you guys. Just let me go, and I'll go away. Was that part of the strategy? No,
that's not a strategy. That's a dumb strategy. If anyone wants to follow strategy, that's not the strategy. Because you say that shit, they're going to want to lock you down even more.
Right. So why are you saying this?
That's the opposite of the strategy. You want to be the nice guy. You want to try to butter them up and get the fuck out. No, I just speak my mind. I say who I am and how I feel, and for better or for worse, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'll do whatever I want. I'm not gonna kiss anybody's ass. I'm not gonna hold my lip. I'm gonna fucking say it just how I feel.
How do you feel about the state of the MMA business right now?
This kid Jake Paul is bringing a lot of attention to fighting, and I think it is helping. And a lot of the other fights too. Everyone else too. I mean, all this whole celebrity world is trying to be a fighter. It's kind of funny, kind of cool, and kind of stupid all at the same time. This is like, guys, everyone's trying to get paid to fight. Everyone loses a little bit of relevancy in their career, and they're like, oh, I'm going to fight. No, I'm going to fight. Just sometimes people need to stay in the lane, but at the same time, it is cool because it is bringing popularity and awareness to the sport.
But isn't it interesting? They're going to boxing.
A lot of bums out there trying to get paid.
They're going to boxing. They're not coming to MMA to do this. So what does that say about the business of boxing versus the business of MMA?
The business of boxing is a much more lucrative business. You get what's called the Muhammad Ali Act. And you have what's called, we can bid to promoters can bid to the fighters, not just monopolized by one company who dictates what you get paid. So they're taking 60 to 80% of the revenue, whereas we're taking 16% of the revenue. Most other sports are taking 50% of the revenues. So if you want to balance all that out, yes, there's the balancing game of fighting, why people choose different routes. Boxing is getting paid. And so why would you fight a much more dangerous sport and not get paid as much? All those celebrity people they're going to jeopardize themselves like that. Mm-hmm. They don't want that. They don't have that dog in them. They don't have that nastiness. That's why you box. That's why you bitch and you box.
Okay, so I posted something about fighters not coming together and all this stuff, and why probably, after the Cannonier thing, and you wrote on my Instagram, you were like, I think you wrote "sad but true" or something like that when I wrote this. Would it be fair to say that you believe that this would behoove the fighters? It would be good for the fighters to try to come together, to have a collective voice, to have collective bargaining, to have a seat at the table, but you also don't think, because everyone's looking out for themselves, selfish, that it won't happen, at least not in your time as an active fighter?
No one has enough balls. No one has enough cojones. That's the problem. And there's not enough there's very few people that have the fucking balls, but to get the right amount of people together to do that thing, that would never happen. Not in any foreseeable future.
Right.
There's no one. They give out enough to make everyone come back for more. You know what I mean? And then someone fucking sparks up a conversation, and they get shelved until they run out of money and they want to come back, and they have to do what they have to do, and they have to take the paycheck they have to take. This is the game we play.
Do you have the balls to do it? Do you want to do it?
I'll do whatever I want. I think I've spoken my mind enough to you understand that I'm going to say exactly what I feel, how I feel. The fighting is fighting. I'm under contract, and I just want to fight, and I want a chance to get back my gold and finish this bitch on my own terms. And so that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Given the landscape and the business, was there a part of you where like, yeah, I do feel this way, but also the 16%, the this and that, like, I don't want to go through all that again? Or did that never come up? Did you like, I'm back, I'm fighting, I'm getting I want this for myself, for pride, not for business, not for anything else, just so I can end things my way? Like, did you have that? Did you, because it's very, here's why I asked the question.
That's the thing I had to come to grips with. My time away is like, I'm just sick of it and tired of it. But like, but I know that I'm still the best at what I do. And for myself, my pride and my own, this is for me, 100%.
Okay. Do you think it will ever happen?
This is for the people that believe in me, and my family, my friends, and everybody out there that's fucking got my back. There's a lot of people that do. And so I'm doing this for all of us, for sure. But most importantly, it's for me.
Do you think it happens anytime soon?
What's that?
The fighters coming together and
I mean, no. I mean, if they're going to do that to Francis and then no one else, none of his two brothers aren't going to get behind him and sack up and be the man they should have been when he got shelved. You got two Nigerian brothers, the champions, that should have just stood by him and been the man. Then maybe that could change the landscape, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm. You're referring to.
That's all. I saw an opportunity. I saw an opportunity there. That's the opportunity I saw. Other than that, you need 25 guys. 25 guys aren't coming together. Maybe more. I don't know. Maybe less, give or take. That shit ain't gonna happen.
Or the managers with their big stables, right? Less managers, but they can maybe get everyone on board.
A couple of managers that play parts, and
Wait, are you implying, Luke, that there are managers who are more on the side of the UFC than the fighters? You're not saying that, are you?
What? Come on. Talking about, dude?
What are you talking
about?
Come
on, bro.
You talking about that there's actual like guys who care more about their standing with the UFC than their actual clients?
I'm just a fighter, bro. I'm just a fighter. That's all I know.
So you were saying you thought there was a big opportunity for Izzy and Usman to stand up for Ngannou and come together because they're all champions, right? They got the clout.
That was the only thing that I saw that would actually could have leveled the playing field and changed things for the better. Is that when you fuck with Francis and you got this three amigos Nigerian brotherhood, if those two would have stood up, they could have fucked. Mm-hmm. They could have fucked deep and hard.
Now,
those two didn't step up.
Now, what do you say to a guy who came to train at AK recently, Kevin Holland, who's like, "Hey, man, I'm happy."
I DM'd Kevin Holland the moment I heard that bullshit he said. I was like, "What the fuck you talking about, kid? Come on!" Like, I'd just be like, "Yeah, you lose a couple more fights and you can be on the other side of that fucking argument."
Right.
And it's not. It's just like, yeah, he's naive. He's a good kid. He's naive.
What did he say back, or did he not respond?
About that. I did. Yeah, we talked about it.
I love this new Luke Rockhold. This is great. You've always kind of been this guy, but I feel like you're a lot more vocal now. Why? Why are you more vocal? Like you just said, you speak up, you get shelled.
Yeah, because I fucking grew up and I have a peace of mind, and I'm not a kid anymore. I understand the business. I understand I can do anything I want elsewhere too. I mean, like the opportunities. I'm not here looking for handouts. I understand my leverage. If you don't understand leverage, you're not in demand.
Mm-hmm. But like
leverage yourself.
Stuff like, putting the crypto thing on your shirt and all that stuff. You guys aren't getting a cut of that. How are you going to feel about that come November 6th?
You can, none of it all sucks. You know what sucks is wearing a fucking snake on my goddamn fucking thing. Who the fuck wants a snake on the UFC? Like, you think the NBA or the fucking MLB, they got a fucking snake on their outfit? What the fuck is this shit? That pisses me off. I don't want to wear no snake on my outfit.
Mm-hmm. It's mainstream. Uniform is better that way, I was told.
The snake. Basketball player's got a basketball player. Baseball player's got a baseball player in their logo. We got a fucking snake.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in. I feel for you guys. I think, and the UFC will say that I'm trying to be a troublemaker here. I just feel like I don't want to see. Yeah, we're like two peas in a pod. I watched Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva and Vitor Belfort and Evander Holyfield. I know Holyfield's a boxer, but I'm watching guys in their 40s and 50s fight. Probably because they weren't very good with their money. Also, probably because they didn't get paid what they were owed. And now I'm worried that the guys I'm watching now in their 30s and 40s are going to have to do the same thing because they're not getting any money. I just want you guys to get what you are owed, what you are deserving of. 50% down the middle, like it is in other sports. You sign a $1.5 billion deal with ESPN. You guys deserve some of that money.
Those are team sports. Those are team sports getting paid 50%. All right. Boxing is the closest thing related, and it's way less popular, and they're getting 60 to 80% of the revenue.
All right. Even better.
Right? So, I mean, if you want to really compare it, we shouldn't be getting 50. We should be getting more.
Okay, fair enough.
That shit.
All right, there you go.
But, I mean, if you really want to break that down, but at least, have a governing body and split the fucking thing. It's like we're a bigger sport than anybody else in this game right now, so why shouldn't we get paid half that shit?
And here's the thing. Kudos to them. They're going to keep pushing. They're going to keep taking. They're going to keep taking. And you guys aren't saying anything. Oh, here's a crypto thing. You guys are going to get zero of that, but you got to wear it, and you can't put your own sponsors. Even if they let you put one sponsor on there, like PFL, okay, or at least they do two, actually. That feels a little fair. But here, it's just continuing to push to just see at what point are you guys going to break. And that's what I'm saying. I see no breaking in sight. So maybe everyone's happy with it.
There's not enough. Not enough people with balls, man. Not enough. It's yeah. If I was in their position, I'd do the same thing, probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no resistance. Now, what about you and Michael Bisping? Are you guys buds now? What's happening here? I mean, you guys were like mortal enemies, and I see you clowning around. I was bummed when I saw this. Can I be honest? I was a little bummed.
You're bummed. I mean, it's just I see him in the gym here and there, and it's just like I'm not going to know to hang out with Michael. No offense, but he's all right. He's all right guy. I think he's grown. Like as you say, people grow up, people grow and move on, and just whatever. See him in the gym.
You actually train together?
I'm not gonna not really. A little bit. We grappled. You saw that.
Wow, it's amazing. So no animosity when you see him.
I let it go. I'm over it. I'm good.
I love it. I mean, part of me loves it. Part of me feels like the whole thing was a ruse, that you were kayfabing us the whole time.
No, it's definitely not the case.
Okay.
Forgive and forget.
Now, where are you right now? Like, what city are you in right now?
I am in Malibu right now.
You're in, okay, so when I see you at AK sometimes with DC, I saw you there, I think, last week. So what are you doing? You're jumping around?
Yeah, I just went up there to get some wrestling in with DC, work on the wrestling and just kind of grind, get harder. And I got all the guys up there with AK. So just to see where I'm at, test the waters, kind of move around up and down that, you got to gauge yourself and to see exactly get different perspectives, different looks. That's always been my game,
Who will be in your corner?
Test the waters in different, I don't know. Let's see.
You haven't decided?
I haven't fully decided on my entire corner, no.
What are the chances Khabib is in your corner?
I need to work with Khabib.
Okay, where's he at? He was saying you were being lazy, you're golfing, this and that. Where's he at?
He's got family, he's got kids, he's got a lot on his table. He's a man in demand. I think they're going to come out here like October, November, something like that. We'll see. But they got the whole crew. The guys, they always move mobile.
Is it true?
So, we'll see. You never know.
Is it true Islam ragdolled you? That's what Javier Mendez said.
Ragdolled me. Javier gets a little too far down that Russian stream sometimes. He's drinking a Stoli, I think. I don't know what's going on with it. Ragdolled me. He did throw me. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Islam used to. I used to use him for training back when I fought Machida.
Wow.
And I remember I was using him. I was like kind of light sparring with him. Like he's this new kid showed up, big 55 pounder. I was just like, I was just moving. It was a good body to move with, and I was underestimating a bit. And I was like, I kind of got lazy on the fence. And I remember he hit me with like a massive head and arm throw, just threw me over the top. I was like, no. I got back up. He's got some tricks. no doubt. Ragdoll, I don't know about that, but he did catch me with being lazy and threw me once or twice.
I don't want everyone to get all upset. He said something like that. I might be paraphrasing that word, but it was very clear that he said that like he was throwing you around. And this is a guy who's 155. You're, 155, 170. You're 185, 205.
No, there's difference. There's between throwing somebody around and then throwing somebody.
Right.
Catching somebody with a throw. Yeah. He's tough. I mean, it's tough as they come. I'm telling you. I mean, I've wrestled and grappled with the best of the best, and Islam. There's no him and Khabib are miles apart from everybody else at that weight and the grappling and the wrestling. There's no one that's going to really be able to compete with him there.
Future champ in a lot of people's eyes.
I ragdoll every other 55-pounder in the world, and those are the only two that I don't ragdoll.
Wow. Okay. Before I let you go, true or false? You happened to see Sean O'Malley's dad one time, and we're talking to him about Chito Vera. Is this a true story or not a true story, Luke? What's going on here?
Fucking randomly, yeah. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he showed up to our. Not at a bar. I read some shit that Sean O'Malley like kind of fucking just voiced out. It was stupid. I actually gave the kid credit. We were drinking and it was pretty lit. We were going to a festival in Montana and he showed up to our ranch, our private ranch, like with our crew to come with us to the festival.
Okay.
So I was just like, I'd come from training with Chito like yesterday, and then this kid Sean O'Malley just turned down another fight with Chito like right after that. I was just like laughing at this how stupid this kid is, thinking he's undefeated over and over and talking. It was just his whole vibe. Then he like contradicts himself with this whole comment with me. So anyway, yeah, no. So I just Lucy, sup? I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And I was like, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Cheeto's one of my best friends. Your boy got beat. Just laughing. But I was like, but he's a tough kid. He's creative. I actually like him. I was like, oh, he's a good kid, tough kid, but he got beat. That was it. And so I don't know where it got drawn out on the line. I don't know who said what, why he would say that to his kid, or his kid would even fucking say that. Why would you acknowledge the fact that I said that you got beat? Because I thought you didn't get beat. You didn't get beat by anybody, right? You're undefeated. So why would you even acknowledge the fact of me having a talk with your dad about you getting beat?
Well,
it doesn't make any sense. Does that make any sense? I don't know.
Most importantly, I don't give an F. Luke Rockhold is one of my favorite characters in MMA right now. I mean, please keep this up, Luke, for all of our entertainment. As someone who's been covering you for quite some time, I mean, I was there. Happy anniversary, by the way. I was there in Cincinnati. It was, I think, last week, the 10-year anniversary of that great card against when you fought Jacare to win the Strikeforce title. What a great night that was for you. You've come a long way, my friend. It's nice to see you blossom into this personality, and I hope you keep it up, all right?
Always. Change. You too, Ariel.
Okay. We'll talk soon. Welcome back, Luke.
Say hi to Sean O'Malley for me.
Okay. Well, and Jake too. Do you want me to say hi to Jake or no?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's it.
All right. There he is. Luke Rockhold.
The boy.
The man.
Cheers.
Wow. Where did this Luke Rockhold come from?